Pfizer makes a huge announcement about a coronavirus vaccine, and the timing is very suspicious. President Trump's coronavirus task force has been hard at work encouraging the speedy production of a COVID-19 vaccine. They threw trillions of dollars and thousands of researchers at the cause, and it's paying off. On Monday, Pfizer said they're on track to apply for the emergency use approval from the FDA later this month, and their vaccine is showing major promise, with a 90% effectiveness at preventing COVID. It's great news, but the timing is suspicious. It seems Pfizer may have held off on announcing this intentionally so Donald Trump could not promote the potential vaccine as a success story for his campaign. Much of Joe Biden's criticism of Donald Trump had to do with his handling of the coronavirus crisis. A big win with this vaccine would have been a boost for the president in a very tight race. Pfizer's Senior Vice President of Clinical Development, Dr. Bill Gruber, didn't comment on the suspicious timing exactly. He just said, "We're in a position, potentially, to be able to offer some hope. We're very encouraged." Justice Department activated. Bill Barr announces investigations of widespread voter fraud. Just a week after a very messy election day, the Department of Justice has been activated to investigate substantial claims of voter fraud. Attorney General Bill Barr made the announcement on Monday night that he authorized federal prosecutors across the United States to pursue, quote, substantial allegations of voting irregularities before the election results are certified. In the memo released, Barr wrote that investigations may be conducted if there are clear and apparently credible allegations of irregularities that, if true, could potentially impact the outcome of a federal election in an individual state. He also said to hold on any allegations that clearly do not impact the outcome of a federal election because those could be solved after the certification. Expectedly, the Democrats are not happy about it, and the mainstream media has rallied behind them. Headline after headline has criticized Barr's decision, claiming there's no evidence of suspicious activity. That's a quick messaging shift for many of the same people who have been railing against Russian intervention and voter suppression for the last 4 years. President Trump and his team of lawyers continue to contest results in key battleground states. This boost from Barr may be exactly what America needs to get to the bottom of what really happened with this election. Election update. What's going on in Georgia? Despite major media outlets calling the state of Georgia for Biden, the truth is those electoral votes are still up in the air. The Secretary of State announced Wednesday that the state will conduct an audit of the votes cast. It includes recounting millions of ballots cast in the state by hand. The Secretary of State explained, saying, with the margin being so close, it will require a full by-hand recount in each county. This will help build confidence. This announcement comes after President Donald Trump's campaign and fellow Georgia Republicans put pressure on the state for a recount, and some have even encouraged the Secretary's resignation amid accusations of mismanaging the electoral process. With 16 electoral votes and 2 Senate seats on the line, all eyes have turned to Georgia. New poll shows a majority of Americans are unwilling to comply with a popular liberal policy. Throughout the coronavirus crisis, Joe Biden and the Democrats have pushed for increased regulations, including nationwide mask mandates and economic lockdowns. Shortly after declaring victory, Joe Biden's potential new COVID chief, Michael Osterholm, tried to make good on the liberal promise. He announced Wednesday that he believed a 6-week national lockdown may be needed to control the spread and, quote, revive the economy. Besides the obvious fallacy in saying an economic shutdown would revive the economy, Biden and his chief have another problem. Americans are not on board with this. A new Gallup poll shows that 51% of Americans would not agree to stay home for a month for a lockdown. Though only 33% of respondents insisted they would actively defy a lockdown, it seems support for the economically devastating policy is just not there for presidential hopeful Biden's plan. Seems like things could get interesting.